Hello, everyone. Raymond Moore, Kilted Prepper, and you're watching Coffee with Ray. Good coffee. Hey, Lori, how you doing? How's everybody doing here? Give folks a couple seconds to get in the room. Um, had a great show yesterday. Very encouraging. If you missed it, make sure you check it out and everything. I'll post it at the end of the video and stuff like that. But really good stuff. Really good information. And so a lot of people liked it and got a lot of good comments and everything. So I really appreciate you tuning in, checking it out, and watching Coffee with Ray. So if you are new here, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, and ring that little bell so you get notified whenever I do go live and or I post new videos. Now, what I am trying to do is every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, I am trying to come on here and do a live show. And so chat with you about 10, 15 minutes so, maybe a little longer depending on what we're talking about and everything like that. Hey, Kim, how you doing? But let's see, Royalness and Sherry Hicks. Hello, everybody. Glad you're here. Again, do me a favor if you're watching right now, give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, and stuff. So, yesterday we were talking, and I really put it out there to see if you guys would like to learn more about creating side hustles, alternative income, things like that because, like it or not, you will lose your job. And especially, and I don't say that lightheartedly. I mean that we're looking at history, and this is something that I do a lot of. I look at history, and we are going into an economic downturn. And with everything that we're looking at bricks, we're looking at bank failures, we're looking at the feds raising the rates yet one more time, and every time they do, they destroy the economy even more. We're bringing down inflation or slowing down inflation. No, you're not. You're killing the economy. And so, what you're doing is by raising all these rates and all these other things, it's, causing, all of it rolls downhill to you and me. And what the result is higher prices on everything, higher prices on food, higher prices on gas, higher prices on credit card debt, higher prices no matter what. And so what's happening is that will then trickle down to businesses and everything. And again, history shows that when stuff like this takes place, people will lose their jobs. And odds are, my husband said that he's already like to sell firewood. Good job. Yeah, that's a great one. What you want to do is you want to start looking for side hustles. And so what I thought I'd talk to you about today is what can you do to prepare so when you will lose your job? Because during the Great Depression, that was one of the things, so many people were put out of work. And so it was very hard finding a job. And if you had a job, even then it was on shaky grounds that you were able to keep that job. And so, what we need to do, we know this storm is coming. We know crap is coming downhill. And so, we need to make sure that we, prepare for that. And so, what I've done here is created a little slideshow here for you, give you guys some notes because I want to show you what I do. And so, folks, you will lose your job, but and again, the economy is sucking right now, and it's going to get worse. The economy going downhill pretty fast. Companies in times like these will be making cutbacks, and the odds are very good that your job will be one of those cutbacks. And so, what we need to do is we need to better prepare so that we can survive this coming storm and be ready for this. And folks, just for you folks of you who may not know who I am, my name is Raymond Moore, and father, husband, entrepreneur. And I have been an internet influencer since 2005. This is what I do. This is how I make my money. And so, I was raised as a prepper. I've been, my mom was a Depression era child and everything. So a lot of these skills, a lot of these things have been passed down to me from my mom. but I love to write. I write articles. I write for several magazines now. I am an author. I've written about 8 books, and I continue to write books and everything. And but the biggest thing is that being an internet influencer, I have had to learn how to create cash flow streams so that my family will survive. Because again, this is how I earn my money for my family. And since I've been doing this since 2005, I guess I kind of know what I'm doing and being able to survive. I have no college degree, but I have some great teachers and I have some great mentors. And because then, me listening to them and everything, I've applied what I've learned from them. And because of that, what I am doing then is passing this information on to you. But the key is to, take this information and then do something with it. This is a problem that I'm seeing with a lot of preppers out there. They have all this great knowledge and all this understanding and everything like that, but they're doing squat, and their families are going to suffer because of it. And they're thinking, oh, wow, I'll just do it when shit hits the fan. No, you're not going to do it when shit hits the fan. Pardon my French, but that's the truth, because you're going to be living in chaos at that time. Your brain is not going to be thinking straight and everything. You're going to be doing everything just to make sure that you and your family are prepared and surviving the coming storm. And so, all these people who are thinking, oh, I'll just do it when it happens. No, you've got to do these things now. This is why we prepare now. I mean, how many of you have stopped buying food or have even started buying food? Well, I'll start buying food when times get bad. No, you won't, because there won't be any food on the table, or there won't be food in the grocery stores or anything like that. And so, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you do these things now. That's why we buy foods, why we, stock up on waters, why we stock up on meds, it's why beans, bullets, and band-aids, folks. This is why we do these things now. And so all these things that we need to do as preppers, knowing that we're going to lose our job, why aren't we preparing to have an alternate form of income, a side hustle, whatever it is you want to call it, and everything, home-based business or something like that. These things are not bad at all, and these will things that will help you survive this coming storm. So, continue to do this, continue to watch what I'm going to share with you, and make sure right now, in fact, let's see, being blunt, odds are very good that you will lose your job in the coming months or next couple of years, because again, history proves this. So many people have beans, bullets, band-aids, and everything, but they do not have a plan for when they will lose their job. They take their jobs for granted. And in today's times and ages and everything, jobs are not taken for granted. You got to understand, sooner or later, you're going to get the pink slip. It is a fact. And it will happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The key is, will you be prepared? So, knowing that this is going to happen and it's going to happen to you, what are you going to do about it? So, again, the economy sucks and you will lose. That's if you haven't prepared and have a solid plan B ready in place to implement. But the problem is that so many people, again, don't do it. They have all this great knowledge, but they do nothing about it. They think, okay, I'll just do it when shit hits the fan. No, wrong. So, what I want you to do right now, and in the course of these classes and these things that I'm going to be teaching you, make sure you have pen and paper, because I want you guys to take notes, because we are going to do an exercise today that is going to probably blow your mind. I'm going to teach you how to discover a alternate cash flow stream, or a side hustle, or a home-based business, or something like that. It's like what Sherry Hicks said, her husband's planning to sell firewood. Okay, that's a good side hustle. And so, what you want to do is discover these things, because it's going to be your passion and your love of what it is that will help you push forward. So, what I'm going to teach you today is, let's map a plan B. So, whip out your notebooks right this moment, and I want to make 2 columns. One column says, I love, and my second column, my skills. And what you're going to be doing is that you're going to be creating a list of things. I call this a Ben Franklin list. And so, by creating all these items that you love and your skills, and don't rush this too. But I do want you to put some things down today on your piece of paper, because you're going to share them in the discussions below. So, Here's things that I love. I love reading, writing, gardening, talking to people, teaching. I like collecting toys, learning about health, learning about wild edibles. I love a good scotch, and I'm pretty knowledgeable about scotch. Being with my wife, I love fishing and hunting. I love playing World of Warcraft. And so those are the things that I love. What I want you to do right now, off the top of your head, 2 things, or even better, 3 things that you can put right now. What do you love? And this could be from hobbies, this can be to collecting, this can be just the day-to-day things that you enjoy doing. Maybe you just love canning, you love dehydrating or something like that. I should have added those to my list. But what you're going to have, this list is going to be an ever-growing list, and I want you to take several days to make this list. And several days from now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask if you've done this or not. So make this list. What do you love? And it doesn't matter. If you love underwater basket weaving, then write that down. If you love collecting baseball cards, write that down. Anything and everything that you love playing the guitar, write that down. So all these things, the just expand totally and think about everything that you love, and keep this kind of list around with you so that when a thing pops into your head, you can write it down instantly, because if you're like me, you'll forget it 20 seconds later and things. But you want to grow this list. And again, I want you to take several days to do this and everything, because you're going to start seeing all these things that you love. It's hard to have them come up your, pop into your head right now and everything, but start doing it. Now, what are my skills? And you can see that my skill is MS Word. I enjoy researching via the internet, video and audio production, teaching, typing. I'm a pretty fast typist. So it's all those years of instant messenger and all that other stuff and everything. I enjoy public speaking. I enjoy speaking to crowds. I, like writing articles and books. I'm good at absorbing knowledge from my teachers and mentors. I'm good with computers. I'm great with cooking. I love building birdhouses, and I'm good at gardening. So those are my skills. And so what you want to do then is look at your skills and then look at what you love. And by building this list, you can start seeing things. And the reason that you want this is you want to know your abilities, and then you want to know your passions, because they're intertwined. If you take your time and really do this, and again, don't do this in a couple hours, do this over a matter of days. And better yet, get your spouse involved. Have your spouse create a list as well, because you guys are going to be doing this together. You guys are going to be needing to do this together. And so, I find that having a alternate form of income that both you and your wife can do, it's just so much more powerful, and you're going to go so much further. So have your spouse do something that will also, have them create this list, have them watch this video as well, so that they can kind of understand and everything like that. But if you're homesteaders, if you're preppers and everything, and you guys are united in this front, then your spouse should have absolutely no problem understanding this idea and the need. And so have them do it too. So what I've done here is, you can see I have what I love and then my skills. Now, looking at these things, after several days, imagine you've got a list of like 100 different things on your list and everything. But what you want to then start doing is start looking at it, and then, start doing. Come on, next slide. Oops. Did my little lines did not show up? That sucks. Oh my goodness. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry, folks. What you want to do is look at what you have. So, for example, I do MS Word, so that's my skill. And so writing is a passion of mine. So mark that over to MS Word. So what you want to do is keep crossing over what this, what that, what's this, what that, so that after a while, you're going to start seeing something rise to the top. You're going to be noticing that certain skills and passions and everything start melding together. So looking at your skills and then looking at what you love, the things that you're loving and the skills that you have, you can unite these things together and then start having some ideas. And so Because I'm good at MS Word, I'm good at researching on the internet, and that I enjoy teaching, I would be very good at writing articles, writing books, teaching people information and everything. And since I enjoy talking to people and teaching, those are also good skills. And as you can see, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm teaching you guys stuff, and I enjoy talking and all this other stuff. So this is a skill that I enjoy doing. I'm passionate about it. And it's your passion that will continue to drive you and help you build up on this, kind of this endeavor and everything. Because me as an internet influencer, this is what I do for a living. And so my passion is what drives me. My passion is what makes me show up every day at 9 a.m. Eastern for Coffee with Ray. Coffee with Ray. And so by doing these things, you're creating these lists because there's very, very good odds that you have two or three different cash flow streams hidden within you that you do not know about, that you have to discover. And so what you want to do is make these lists and then start cross-referencing, see what matches with what, or what can I combine with what, and everything, because you have the great skills and then you have the passions. And by doing that, you'll start seeing things rise to the top. Right now, so some of you have done this already, but right now, I want you guys to type one thing you love and one skill you have. So do this right now. Right now. So right there in the description, one thing you love, one skill you have. So let's see it. Let's get some audience participation. So Kim has done it. She loves gardening, canning, dehydrating, learning herbal medicine just to start. Uh, Joan Lufkin says, "Good morning, everybody." So let's see some discussion here. Come on, type it in right now. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to move forward at all until at least I see someone type something in here. Reading and gardening. Thank you, Joan. Good job. That's what I'm looking at. So, Lori says, making jewelry and making jewelry. So continue. Start. Let's see some more folks here. Michael, what do you like? Sherry, what do you like? Royalness, what do you like? Love herbal knowledge, making herbal meds. Good one right there. So I love sewing and baking. Good one, Holly. Lori, painting and painting. Royalness, farming, animal husbandry, and cooking. Good job. And everything. So you start seeing some of these, and I'm going to pick on Sherry Hicks here. She says she loves herbal knowledge and she loves making herbal meds. So these are two things that her passion and her love will cause her to create these herbal meds, which then she can use to barter, trade, sell, and so forth. And so she has right there discovered a potential cash flow stream. And so by doing these lists and everything like that, creates these cash flow streams, because the more cash flow streams that you have, the better. So what you want to do is, with doing this list, and I'm serious, folks, we need to do this now. Crap's coming down the hill, and we're going to be looking at some very hard times. And you want to have these plan Bs in place, already operating. You already want to start moving forward. So, for example, Sherry, what I want you to do is start really looking at what you can do, what you can create, so that you have some bottles of your tinctures and so forth, and so that you're ready to barter, trade, and sell with other people. That's one good cash flow stream. Farming, animal husbandry. So royalness is farming, animal husbandry, and cooking. So those are some good things. So what are some of your those are your loves, and then also cooking. So what can you do with those if these are your passions? What can you do with these to then move it forward? Let's see, fishing and canning, mill worker's daughter, Sherry Hicks. Has been a goal for 3 years. Good job, Sherry. So you're already looking at this. You're already thinking about this and everything. Now, for example, Sherry, what you can do then is, what can you spin off on these? Are you a good writer? Can if you go to Google Blogs, you can start writing articles about some of these things, influencing people. What you can start doing is teaching some of these things. Get on YouTube and do what I do. You don't have to have fancy software or anything. Just flip the camera on and start talking. Have a script or something, have a PowerPoint like what I do here. My PowerPoint kind of helps me keep on track and everything. So I love making tinctures as well, working in wild lettuce now. Good job, Lori. Side hustle, custom smoking meats, a good one as well. Smoking meats is an art form. And so all these little things, start writing these things now. Start kind of putting some plans in place. Okay, if crap hits the fan next week, I lose my job, how fast can I ramp up these sort of things? And then do I have an audience or a tribe of people that I can barter, trade, sell to, and so forth? Do I have the means? For example, Lori likes making jewelry and everything. Lori, do you have an Etsy store? If you don't, maybe get an Etsy store going so that you have this side hustle already in place. And so, same thing with Sherry. Sherry, do you have something like an Etsy store or something like that where you can, sell some of these things? So, by putting these things in place now gives you that plan B so that when you do lose your job, you're able to ramp on over and, do that. So again, take the time doing this list. I want you guys to take your time, take the next several days and really work hard at doing this. You'll discover a passionate job or a passionate cash flow stream that will keep you going. And the more cash flow streams, the better. And so start making correlations between what you love and the skills you have. And a lot of times we don't think about them. This is why I have you guys put this list together so that you guys can start seeing these things on paper and start discovering. What you're going to start seeing is things start rising to the top, rising to the top, kind of like how cream rises to the top. That's what you're going to start seeing is you're going to start making these correlations that maybe you've never made before. And so again, looking at my map, you can start correlating things that I like doing and that I have passion about, and your passion will drive you forward. Even when in down days and down times and everything, it's your passion that will keep you moving forward. So, things that I like doing, again, teaching, writing, speaking. What can I do with this? Well, it's what I'm doing right now. I'm creating YouTube videos, I'm writing books, I'm writing articles and everything. My big thing is to teach and to help the prepper community. That's my cause. And I want to make sure the prepper community is ready for this coming storm. And I'm doing everything I can to possibly make that happen so that people, I would rather have more allies than enemies. It saves on the bullets, if you get my meaning. So, those are the things that I can do. So if this is the same sort of passion that you can do, if you enjoy teaching, writing, and speaking, what are some things that you can do? So think about it. Create your list, see what rises to the top for you, and then start taking action on it. So uh, let's see, 22 minutes. Oh my goodness, that was fast. So I lost my job because the quarantine based too old enough to retire. So yeah, there's all these side hustle, custom smoking meats. Lord Johnson, awesome. I'm looking for my wild lettuce in my area. Dug up the tessel root this spring to make pain tinctures. And again, by doing these lists, by finding these passions and everything, you're going to be able to create these side hustles or cash, what I call cash flow streams. And the thing is, you don't want to depend on one cash flow stream. How many cylinders does an engine have? And so think of it as that. You want to create the more cash flow streams is kind of like an engine. When a piston is up, you're making money. When the piston is down, you're not making money. And so by having multiple cash flow streams, multiple things that you're passionate about, you're going to have multiple pistons working for you. So the more cash flow streams going, the more pistons are going to be up versus being down. And so even if some are down, one is up. So you're still making money no matter what. The key is to create cash flow. And by having all these different things that you can do, for example, what I do, I have Amazon affiliates. I write articles, I do book reviews and product reviews and everything, and show people what I love. I also am a consultant for Thrive Life. Thrive Life is a survival food, freeze dried food. They are the Cadillac of food. And one of the great things that I love about that is that, hey, everybody needs to eat. So a great business that hooks in line with my business model. Another business model is my Patriot Switch. Talks about health, wellness, and consumer goods. This is something that I'm passionate about as well because I see what's going to happen to China. In fact, if you guys did not see, was it pinball preparedness video yesterday? It was incredible. He's basically preaching the same thing that I've been talking about, and is that China is going to be pulling the rug out from underneath us. And when that happens, it's going to be chaotic. And so this is why I'm passionate about Patriot Switch, is because I see that these things are coming down the pipe. And, and again, with like Thrive Life, I see the need for food because we're going to be having food shortages. So look at your passions, look at your skill set, and then kind of look out on the horizon and see, does people need that? And if they do, then you've got a viable cash flow stream. And so, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking more about these things, how to create cash flow streams, how to leverage them, what to do, how to create tribes, how to, barter, trade, sell, and everything like that. But we need to do these things now, folks, so that we have the wherewithal, and we have these processes in place already active, already moving forward, so that when you do lose your job, all you need to do is click it over, boom, you've got someplace instantly to go to, instead of being the doldrums and sitting in the welfare line waiting for some, welfare check or something like that. And so by doing these things, you're going to be help taking care of your family, you're going to be prospering yourself, and you're going to be, doing it. And folks, if you don't know, home-based business is one of the greatest tax loopholes out there. I mean, the government does a lot of, you have a lot of opportunities of, with taxes, which is something I'll also do another class on, talking to you about what we do and everything. But it's a great tax benefit. So if you're sick and tired of paying taxes, have a home-based business, and it will help big time. So let's see. Kim says, I love Thrive Well, but can't seem to get off the ground. Any suggestions? I can switch my upline to you instead of who I have. No, don't be switching uplines or anything like that. I mean, I would appreciate it and everything. If you want to, go for it. I'll be glad to help and stuff like that. But the biggest thing is, people got to eat. And the thing, what I find is building a tribe and start being influential. And some of the best things I've done, and I'm talking to, let's see here, Kim, uh, you know, one of the greatest things, and I, whenever I'm out speaking or whenever I'm out and about and everything in the prepper arena and everything, I always carry a small pantry can of Thrive Life freeze dried pineapple, and that seems to be a really great thing. I let people try it, and then I ask them, so do you think you can survive off of that? And people go, yeah. Another thing are the yogurt bites. That's another thing that I tend to walk around with and let people try and everything. Same question. So do you think you can survive off of that? And the best thing to do is to start talking to your friends, family, church members, PTAs, all this other stuff. Start building a sphere of influence, and and you're not trying to sell. I'm not big on selling. I'm big on influencing, because the things that I promote sell themselves. And so find those opportunities and everything. And for me, Thrive is a good opportunity. Patriot Switch is a good opportunity. Amazon, as well as other things that I'm doing and stuff. So, but yeah. But what you guys can do is do me a favor, email me, ray@raymondmoore.com, ray@raymondmoore.com, and let me know what interests you. What questions do you have? What questions can I help you with and everything? And then what I can start doing is dedicated shows just specifically to answer those questions. So, but yeah, That's everything that I can think of at the moment. We are totally over time. It's now a 30-minute show, which I was not expecting. But hey, it's good information and it will help you guys. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. And then also share this video with other people you know. If other people are losing their job, or they know they're losing their job, or dissatisfied or something, share these videos so that we can all help to each other, boost each other up, and then be better together as the prepper community. So that's everything. So Ray Moore, Killed the Prepper, Coffee with Ray. Tune in tomorrow. More stuff. I'm going to be teaching more things and really, really pushing this because I feel it's critical that we get off the ball now, because I think time is very short. And I think when crap hits the fan, I think it's going to hit fast, and it's going to make slap people silly. And so the more that we can do now while we still have this time, then the better. So we'll see you. Goodbye. God bless. Till dawn.